Videos out that say that carburetor cleaner and starting fluid is part of a diagnostic tool. And what exactly are you diagnosing that you're saying that this is the diagnostic tool? What I can tell you is that a low compression engine will fire on carb cleaner or starting fluid, where it won't start cold with gasoline. What I try to teach through these videos is how to do a proper diagnostic. And for you guys, you do-it-yourselfers that like to do the things on your own and figure out how to do them, there's a simple process that you need to follow every time. And that is, we need compression. Yes, low compression engines will fire on this, but it's not diagnosing anything. It's not telling you anything, whether it's got enough compression or if the fuel solenoid on the bottom of the carburetor is gummed up. You're not getting, people say if it'll start on carb cleaner and starting fluid, then you're half the battle. All you gotta do is just figure out the rest. Here at the shop, I teach how to do a diagnostic before you fix. So you test before you fix anything. And the first thing we do on every unit that comes through the door, and we see hundreds of them, is we throw a compression tester on it. That 100 or above for the older machines, and with the newer machines with the automatic compression release systems, they can go down as low as 70 and still run. If you're talking your Predators and that, they're down into the 50s and 60s. Don't ask me how, but that's the Chinese stuff. You need to do a proper diagnostic before you even grab a wrench. And that is, take a spark plug out, put this in it, and then pull it over 4 or 5 times, or turn it over 4 or 5 times and see where your gauge is. Gauges don't lie. So if you have compression, we're going to go on to fire. If you don't have compression, then we're going to go look to see why. If it's got overhead valves, that's part of the diagnostic. All right, we've got low compression. What could low compression be caused by? If it's got overhead valves, that can be a culprit. If it doesn't, you're done, because the cost of rebuilding an engine is cost prohibitive, especially if you hire somebody. We used to do a lot of engines. We don't do that much anymore because people have found it's cheaper to go do Harbor Freight and buy a replacement. May not be a name brand, but they just drop it in and go. So once we have good compression on our unit, we're going to go to fire. And we're not testing the spark plug. We're testing the coil if it's sending it the correct impulse across. We're looking for a bright spark. If we've got that, then we go to fuel. And I can tell you right now, over 90% of the problems that are going on with small engines of no starts are starting right there. Because you have water in the fuel, because the ethanol sucks the moisture out of the air. And next thing you know, if you let it settle, what's going to happen? Your water is going to be on the bottom. Then comes your ethanol, and then comes the gasoline. Where do you draw from to go to your carburetor, to your fuel pump and your carburetor? Off the bottom of the unit. So you're going to be sucking clear water right straight into that system. And the only way you're going to get it out is to drain the carburetor, drain all the fuel lines and that fuel tank completely. I don't know of anything on the market that will make water burn. You know, we use PRI-G. You can get that on Amazon. That is a great additive to try to help from separating the water and the ethanol and the fuel, but it's still not a golden goose, as I put it. If you can check and you got good compression, good fire, you just change the fuel, it's fresh fuel, we're going to go on to air. Is the air breather plugged? Can it breathe? And the other thing is, before you go testing that, make sure you have a clean air breather on, because the system is going to have set up with the carburetor, and the way that thing runs, the airflow into the carburetor is going to be governed by having a filter in place. If you don't have it, then it's not going to have that extra vacuum in there. If you have one that's plugged, it's going to act like it's flooding. If you're here this far, could you please subscribe to the channel? And we'd love to have you here. And on that note, you guys have a great day.